WPTV.
Opening week is in the books, and our baseball crew is here to talk about what went down on the diamond. Let's start off at Citi Field, where the Mets took on the Braves. Giuseppe?
Yeah, Dylan, we're going to head over to Citi Field, where the Mets took on the Braves. As you said, bottom of the fifth, 2 men on for Travis d'Arnaud. Braves up 1-0. He's going to send that one into the left center field gap. That's going to score 2 as Neil Walker and Jay Bruce come across the score to put the Mets up 2-1 early in this ball game. Travis d'Arnaud with the RBI double. In the bottom of the sixth, Wilmer Flores trying to light up the scoreboard for the Mets. He's going to send this one into left. That one is way over the wall, uncatchable. Raise the apple. That's a home run, and that'll put the Mets up by 3. In the top of the seventh, Matt Kemp getting a little jealous of Wilmer Flores. He's going to send it pretty much in the same spot as that one hits the SW24 sign to cut the lead to within 2. In the bottom of the seventh, 2 men on for Asdrubal Cabrera. He's going to find the hole. That's going to go into the left field. Matt Kemp's going to get it, but he's not even going to attempt to throw, and that'll score yet another run for the Mets, making it a 5-2 ball game. Bottom of the seventh still, Yoenis Cespedes grounds this one to Friedman. Friedman throws to Swanson, and Swanson's going to overthrow the bag at first as the pitcher cannot get to the ball, and the Mets win 6-2.
So a lot going on in opening week. Every team in the MLB back in action. Fellas, through 1 week of baseball, who has been the team to watch?
You know what, Dylan? I think the Mets were exciting to watch, but I'm going to go with the Houston Astros. The Houston Astros right now are 3-1 on the season. Granted, it's only been a week. So, I mean, if you look at what they've done so far, it's been absolutely amazing, especially with Jose Altuve, Carlos Correa, and George Springer, who we're going to talk about a little bit later. And as you see there, they scored 12 runs. They allowed 8. And as a team, as a whole, their batting average is .221. That's a decent number, but look for it to get a lot higher.
Yeah, another team you have to look at is the Minnesota Twins, starting out 3-0, red hot. Granted, they played the Kansas City Royals, who are not the same Kansas City Royals as they were 2 years ago. But, you see they outscored the Royals 21-5 this week. Yeah, the Minnesota Twins aren't going to be a playoff team this year by any means. They're probably going to lose 90 to 100 games. But, it's a good start for them. And, if you're a Minnesota fan, you feel good this week.
And I'm going to have to say the Angels. I like the Angels. I like what they're doing. I love Mike Trout. How could you not? Then I just saw a really good weekend of baseball from them against the A's with Danny Espinosa's first at-bat with the team. Hits a home run in the 9th inning to take the lead. Does it get better than that? I don't think so.
I mean, for me, I think it's the Cleveland Indians. I mean, they went to the World Series, they lost, and I think they're trying to come back with a vengeance. They had a really good series against the Texas Rangers. The biggest thing with them, it's once again the bullpen. The starters struggled throughout the entire series, but that bullpen had 2 earned runs in 11 2/3 innings, 12 strikeouts, and 1 walk through an entire series. The Cleveland Indians, they're coming back, and Edwin Encarnacion had that big home run. They're looking good. Okay, so now we know what teams to look out for. Is there anybody individually who stood out to you in your mind? Giuseppe?
I really like Madison Bumgarner, and obviously you all know why. He hit 2 home runs on opening day. Absolutely amazing. For a pitcher to do something like that, he was hitting bombs too. They weren't even just like home runs just over the wall. They were way over the wall. Obviously, as you see right there, he's 0 for 0 on the season, but he had 11 strikeouts in the game against the Diamondbacks, 2 RBIs, 2 home runs, as I said. So this guy's batting 1,000 already, and look for him to continue his great season.
Yeah, I mean, Antonio just mentioned the Cleveland Indians, so I'm going to go with the Cleveland Indians player. I'm going to go Francisco Lindor. Look at this guy. He's off to a hot start already. He had the big game against Texas the other day, 2 home runs, including the game-winning grand slam. So look for Francisco Lindor this year to have a monster season. He could be a contender for American League MVP.
And to update us on the latest player putting himself in the history books, we bring in our correspondent, Joe Rea.
44 years ago yesterday, in 1973, the designated hitter was adopted by Major League Baseball. Well, the American League for that fact. This raises the oh-so-common debate, should the National League adopt the DH? The talk ramped up in 2015 when Adam Wainwright tore his Achilles running out of the batter's box. Well, on Monday, Madison Bumgarner became the first pitcher in MLB history to hit 2 home runs on opening day. Oh, and he also struck out 11. The Baseball Hall of Fame came knocking and asked for that bat. His response? Nope. Apparently he's not a memorabilia guy, but he said this one is for the showcase. Dylan?
Thanks, Joe. And we talked about the bats, but the pitching was excellent through opening week. And there's an age-old debate what's going on in today's MLB. National League pitchers not hitting, American League pitchers get a DH,
Is there any way we're going to solve this problem, fellas?
I mean, I don't really know. Me personally, I think it should stay the way they are. I love the pitchers batting in the National League. We see, Noah Syndergaard, Madison Bumgarner. A lot of pitchers are doing really well hitting the first opening week. So I think it should stay the way it is for right now.
I like the kind of new age baseball movement with the DH. I think the DH should be in both leagues, believe it or not. I think you have those pitchers like your Madison Bumgarner who can hit a home run. The guy could flat out hit. But play him at DH, when he's pitching. Do something like that.
Or even bring him off the bench if you need a guy to come up and get a big hit. Who knows?
You know what? I get that you don't want a pitcher to be hurt, but it's just so fun to watch. I mean, we saw Jake Guerriera during spring training hit one of the longest home runs
but
in history.
There's only a select few pitchers that could actually hit. Most of them are automatic outs. So in the National League,
that's their problem, really. I mean,
as long as Bartolo Colon keeps batting, I don't care.
These teams strategize around it because the ninth spot is an automatic out most of the time. So I think the DH, it should be in both leagues.
I do
so
like the fact that we could see both. I like having the American League DH and the National League the pitchers hit. I think that's the way it should be.
Well, that'll do it for Major League Baseball. Stay tuned for a breakdown of what went down on the ice in the NHL when Ricky and the hockey guys come up next. Don't go anywhere.